फरिश्ता फैमिली की विशेष प्रस्तुति क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर सेशन बाय ब्रदर Eric with Mohini Didi about trance, episode number 6. कोई बेहद से इशारों में बुला रहा मुझे, कोई बेहद से इशारों में बुला रहा मुझे.
Many times that Maya could interfere in trance. And you mentioned also I remember there was a time when there was a lot of trance messengers or experiences, and then there was stop. And even you shared how your experiences changed dramatically for a while. I remember at that time we used to go and see you in New York, even when Peace Village started even before. And your experiences changed a lot. And you said at the time, I'm maybe not going to trance or such a region, but it's an experience. And the language changed a bit. And now we're back into more like a full signal or experience. So if there's interference, and I know it's a long question, but if you remember, there must have been many cases, but I knew one brother who was very, very close to me. And he started to go into the subtle region, meeting Brahma Baba or Baba. And then he would say, oh, I saw Baba. And it looked very much the subtle region. And he will come and say, oh, Baba told me this. And we used to feel, I don't know. And then in the beginning, Baba used to tell him nice things. And then Baba, he started telling me, oh, I saw Brahma Baba was there, seniors were there. And Baba told me, you will be main instrument to change the world. You will get a lot of money. And I said, lots of money? Baba told you that? That doesn't sound, that doesn't sound very, I don't know. And I called you at that time. And I said, Sister Moini, is Baba talking about money and etc.? I don't think this is right. And he said, well, he's getting experiences, but it went really totally, and the brother got really badly affected because he believed that was real. And I said, I used to call the brother, I said, are you sure? But, it doesn't sound right. So, and some people are asking, is it the same thing, such a region as many people in the spiritual world, they see angels. They also hear messages. Some call it the astral world. Is there a door in the subtle region for another strange space like this? Or how does it work?
When people, when they go a little bit above, let's say some souls are able to go beyond body, then you don't know where they get connected, and many different kinds of messages can come, but they're not ready. That is why one thing is that when Baba give you a gift of divine eye, then it's completely different than on your own. Some develop certain kind of abilities where they go beyond body, and then they start getting these feelings, vibrations. But there are many, many souls all over the world which could be saints, could be highly spiritual souls. So they connected with them also. And those souls also start sharing things with them. So, but to connect it with one incorporeal Baba through Brahma Baba is completely different. So that means all these astral travel and all these can be experiences of many, many souls. So that is why I'm saying that no one should have desire at the right time. If you create your stage, keep your intellect subtle, pure, heart clean, Baba will give you good experiences. But it does happen. I remember one time I was offering bhog and in Queens, and I don't know, Baba said, I give you 20 years of life. So I was surprised. It's first time Baba is saying this. But I didn't say or pay attention, and I was going to Jamaica. And in Jamaica, we have centers in Kingston and Montego Bay. So we were traveling by car. one brother and we were two sisters in the car, and it was heavy rain. And in those countries, the bridges are like they're going to fall anytime. So there was a bridge. So on the one side of the bridge, there was a river. So this brother, some or other, car slipped and it just hit the end of the bridge. And it was almost like within few minutes, we all should have been in the river. And no, but some or other, the brake worked and the car was hit by that iron railing. And then we all, we stopped the car, we were taking long breath and trying to see how we go further than that. Oh, then I said, Baba gave me life, 20 years. So I was surprised that how, first time, like, if that would have happened as a, generally by God's grace, I don't have any experiences of accident. But if that would have happened, so Baba already granted me life. So one time, but also I do get certain signals to be more cautious, or even for my health. I just take pure energy from Baba every morning. I was sharing, I don't know, in the morning Hindi class, that this morning I got up with a vast experience of how in our each vein there is God's love. And each particle of our spaces, there is God's presence. Now, in Path of Bhakti, people say God in my every vein and in every particle. But it's kind of responsibility. I start seeing all Baba's spaces, or wherever Baba's children live. Every corner should be pure, clean, filled with God's love, God's presence, So this whole thing was so much that how Baba and Baba's love at this time within our body also. Like Hanuman showed Rama in the chest, or Dadi Gulzar day before said, somebody asked you, where is God? You said, my heart. But our energy in our body also of God's love, that's what I try to create. And this morning was such a huge thing of Baba just giving me that experience. So
that experience on the bridge was more than 20 years ago. So did you go to Baba to ask for renewal? Did you ask him for renewal of the 20 years?
No,
I may have given it to you automatically.
I don't have to ask. He's showing me every day. I ask for another day. Baba, when I finish in the evening, I say, Baba, thank you. But these days, my heart is so much full of gratitude for Baba. We don't realize that how much he's sustaining us. His love, his power, his presence, of course, his teachings, We should really be so full of gratitude, joyful to show what God is giving us. Very joyful. Anyway, there can be long chats. But what I'm saying that sometimes Baba do give signals.
I don't know how long we can continue, but maybe another question is about ourselves, because I've been in front of you many times when you invite us to go with you. And I honestly wish I could just jump on the stage and hold your hand and say, maybe that way I can go to the Sattva region. I haven't tried that and I will not, but I'm sometimes wondering, how can I go also with, Mani Didi to the Sattva region? Because I've tried many times, maybe too hard. Sometimes maybe I'm too concentrated and I'm expecting something like this and it doesn't happen. And someone even sent me a question now, is trance only for sisters? I'm getting questions every minute. But, about us who want to experience that. And to be honest, I tried to be silent. I know how much love I have for Baba. I don't have the experience of, really such a region. My dreams are more vivid. than this experience. I mean, I experience Baba's presence. And so the question is, if Baba can really pull, is it that I'm not feeling the pull and I should be really concerned there's something wrong with me? Or maybe it's not in my part and maybe we don't need it? And I'm not the only one. Many don't experience it.
I think that, I think you all experience, you must be experiencing when Bhog is offered, your stage is different than other times, right?
Yeah.
So
but I don't see Brahma Baba. I don't see the light.
See, you won't see it, but you will feel the presence. Okay. Two things I must say, each one of you should check, especially this Thursday, that the experience you have of your stage is completely different than other times when you sit in meditation. That means Baba is pulling you, right? You will not see, but you will feel the presence. And sometimes what the message Baba is sharing, you might get few thoughts similar. Not exactly same. Many times I used to ask in the beginning, what do you all experience? And there was a time when I am not going trance, but also I'm just offering Bhog with open eyes. And I know in Queen's Gayatri, when many of them will say, oh, I had similar thought, I had similar. So there might be a pattern or the trace of the message which you are catching. But I think somewhere we are, our expectation of going and then saying Brahma Baba, okay, maybe in the end, but every one of you will have to accept that there is experience of subtle region you're having. Even you're not seeing Brahma Baba, but you are still getting subtle signals from Brahma Baba. Whatever pure thoughts came in your mind, you will see how they get accomplished. So I think that's where we stop. And
I agree. I agree with you, Mohini Didi, and definitely offering Bhog is the best meditation for me always with Amritvena. And I'd love to know if you agree or if you think a little bit like that. But I almost had for the last few years, since we felt that we will not meet Baba in Madhuban the same way. I almost had the thought that now with all the centers around the world, when we offer Bhog around the world, this will be a way to share Baba's experience with the world. People will come to the center. And I had that feeling or that, visionary thought that people would come to the center and we would offer Bhog. And that's when people will experience Baba's presence at the center. And because I agree with you that but on behalf of all the members of Avyakti Parivar, I'm sure I can propose that next time you meet Bab Dada and Brahma and Daddies, when they're all there in the Subtle region on our behalf, tell them we're ready for the little extra. And we're very happy with subtle signal. We're very happy with feeling the mango taste when Bhog is being offered. But we're ready for the extra of going with you in the subtle region and really having the full experience.
A lot of integration will be required, no? Between subtle region and corporeal, coming back in body and normally acting. I'm just giving examples. So Baba will give you as we all are ready, right? So that we can integrate silent, subtle, and the physical also. So it will happen. The Baba is listening. So don't forget that every word we say, our desire of heart reaches Baba. And so it all is fulfilled, but we also have to be ready for that. I remember that it used to take me 3-4 hours before I could come out of my experience in the beginning. And some used to get nervous. What happened is 5 hours now. She's still not, you are so much in intoxication. And it's out of control, no hunger, you don't want to eat Bhog. And so, but then now I can immediately switch, Even when I have to share Baba's Bhog message, it's not easy because I don't want to speak. But then that is where Baba integration, that no, you have to use the body. So Baba is giving to all of us. It's almost 60 years for me now. So I have become little expert in switching on and off, going to subtle, then corporeal, and seeing everything around, and still I am not seeing it. So anyway.
सो एवरी फ्राइडे देखना ना भूले सूक्ष्म वतन के राज.